Dear all, welcome to the lecture series of Demand Side Management. I hope you have watched my previous video. My previous class was on what are the different type of DSM techniques. I have explained almost 5 to 6 important techniques. Kindly go through that first. If you go through that DSM techniques, that is well and good, but how to implement those techniques in real time, that is a major issue. Now we'll have a brief discussion on what are the major DSM implementation issue. For every project, implementation level is too cumbersome or too difficult task. What are the major implementation issues of DSM? We'll have a brief discussion. The following are the major DSM implementation issues. Let us discuss individually. First one is lack of information. Whatever the DSM techniques and whatever the DSM planning, everything is not clear. There is no particular rule and regulations, and it is not directly reflected in different electricity rules. That is a major information. Most of the illiterates are not aware about DSM. Okay, common people are not aware about this. Directly, if you are imposing some, governments are imposing some techniques or some rules, people won't accept it. That is another major issue. So lack of information is the major challenge, and how to convince the lower level people, those who are not aware about these technical terms, everything, how to convince, that's a problem. Okay, lower level in the sense illiterates, how to convince. Another one is cost of energy efficient equipments is not at all affordable by the common people. That is, it is good actually, but there are a lot of issue there. It is not affordable all the level. Okay, maybe rich people can afford this, but how about poor people? That's another question. If you talk about the equipments, it is too costly. For a simple example, for the LED, the cost of LED is high compared to incandescent lamp. But most of the educated people will accept, but common people cannot be accepted this. That's a major issue. Different DSM tariffs are not at all clear. How to implement the DSM tariff? Still, the normal type of tariffs are going on. How to implement the DSM tariff is a major issue. There are different type of DSM tariffs available, which I already discussed in my previous classes. Kindly go through that. The power quality is very much poor. There are a lot of issues like harmonics, voltage dip, voltage sag, voltage swell. There are a lot of issues. That is another challenging factor of DSM. To if you are doing any type of additional equipments like automatic power factor controller, soft starter, etc., that will reason for reducing the power quality again, because those equipments are power electronic based equipments that will inject towards the particular utility line. Definitely that will severely affect the power quality. Okay, so power quality level also comes down. That's another issue, because you already studied the peripheral effects of power electronics. So if you are injecting or if you are adding any type of extra equipments, that will be reason for reducing the power quality. Reliability is poor for the particular system. Reliability is not at all effective. Then unavailability of energy efficient equipments. Many of the energy efficient equipments are in laboratory only. I mean, it is in R&D, research and development stage. Still, it is not been implemented. So we have to wait for a long time. So that is another issue. It is not available in the market also. If it is available in market, that is not economically viable. It is not affordable by normal man. Another one is small scale sectors are not ready to accept these kind of DSM techniques, because the implementation of DSM is too costly. If it is a high level sector, I mean industrial sector, high level industrial sector, they may scale industry and all. It is not at all viable. That is another setback. Then shortage of skilled employees and technical staffs. So to implement DSM, lot of employees related to the trained employees and trained laborers are required. Trained technicians are needed. That is not been happened. That is another issue. So these are the few issues for the implementation of DSM. We should have a serious look on this. If DSM could have been implemented in an effective way, definitely we are all we people definitely will get a suitable benefits. But we have to think. These are the few setbacks, or these are the few challenges for the implementation of DSM. There are many challenges that you can add. Okay, these are the things which I collected from the reference papers and books. If you are having any queries, you can ask with me. So thank you very much for watching this video and your kind support. If this video is really useful, I request you to share this video to your friends and colleagues. Thank you. Have a good day.